I am just saying, if you thought that the Squid Kids were just gonna, I don't know, be quiet and not talk back, that they were just gonna stay polite after 3 entries, well, then you would not be paying attention to the meta at all, right? To the lore, to everything that has happened over the past 3 entries of Splatoon. We have fought, we have cried, we have inked, we have made friends along the way, and tonight, Splatoon Raiders just landed higher on my disc, and it's time for us to go solo. So, as I really don't like to be alone, how about you guys go with me? Okay, let's crack open this painting before our ink tanks runs completely dry. Ooh, this is gonna be fun. Wait, okay. It does smell good. Oh my god, I have not smelled again in a while. Why am I doing this again? Whew. New game smell. I'm not gonna be able to do this soon. This is so effed up, honestly. I hate greedy companies. They kind of deprive me of games. Let's check out the game. I know we have to talk about where we started. So, relax your shoulders, stop fidgeting, and pay attention. Over 10 years ago, Nintendo gave us a weird Wii U game about hip squids that used to spray paint. Half the internet swore that it was gonna be a bad idea and it was gonna flop so hard, right? But, flash forward a decade. We spent 10 whole years building muscle memory, destroying our sleeping schedules, and willingly, let me say this again, willingly, submitting ourselves to Crisco flavor for fake bonus pay. We smiled about it, we called it a day. And let's be real for a second here. Salmon Run was pure comedic horror. It didn't feel that way back in the day, but looking backwards to it, yeah, that stuff was funny. I mean, friendships didn't just bend, they shattered over the dumbest things imaginable. You'd watch your teammate try to squid roll past the steelhead, miss completely, lying directly in green sludge, and immediately wanted you to go in and help them. Meanwhile, you ran for your life and screaming into the mic. But guess what? For every time that those bridges were burned, let's say it that way, you found new partners. You found fellow gremlins who watched your exact level of panic and said, this is my team, this is my tribe. Match your anxiety levels, right? People that stayed up until dawn running shifts with you because your team could not be let down. And that is community. And that is one of the biggest impacts that Splatoon has. From my perspective, right? It's like talking about Fortnite. What has built those games has been the community around them. So yeah. All of that Salmon Run trauma, hey, it made us better players. Now we have to address the giant elephant in the room that completely snubbed franchise tradition. Splatoon Raiders completely tossed out standard sub-weapons and solo specials. Yep, you guys heard me right. No panic popping your favorite solo special to save your skin. No spamming splat bombs around every single corner. No. This time instead, Nintendo replaced this classic arsenal with something really interesting. It's craftable gadgets and team specials. At first, I wasn't happy with it, I'm not gonna lie. I was ready to throw some hands and to say a couple of very heartfelt situations, right? However, when you start messing with the new system and you realize what they were cooking in their minds, gadgets actually let you build custom utility setups. Think deployable elemental turrets, shockwave pads, and ink shields. And the team specials? Ooh! Those are your absolute showstoppers. Instead of one person pressing a button to turn invisible, you set up combo triggers with your AI companions or squad abilities that clear the entire map in one cinematic explosion of paint. It swaps all individual panic buttons for massive coordinated showstopper moments. So, as I said, it is of people that learned their lesson to say when they were wrong. So at first, didn't like it. By this time, I freaking absolutely love it, and I'm squeezing the life out of it. And because of that shift to gadgets, well, this turns into a full-on gear grinding action game. And listen, I love a good gaming session. I am the girl who will happily, and I'm not ashamed of it. Probably I should. But I will happily sit in a gaming chair for 6 straight hours, locking in if it means that I'm gonna optimize a build that I need. However, a real gaming grind session needs 2 things. It needs immaculate music, and it needs to never make you want to, I don't know, throw your controller out the window or at the TV, right? Very logical sometimes. And in this case, Raiders respect your time in that exact way. You will play as a mechanic exploring the Spheroid Islands, scraping together components to tune your gadget loadouts. You drop in, you hunt for loot, and you set up elemental ink traps. And when you hit finally that flow state, where the soundtrack is bumping in your ears and your gadget synergies are melting boss salmonoids in 3 seconds? Yeah, when you finally get there, 6 hours. Yeah, they feel like 20 minutes. It's smooth, it's hypnotic, and wildly satisfying without ever feeling like an unfair rage-inducing chore. Visually, the game drops the sleek arena vibe that we are kind of used to for this raw industrial Raider grid. You have to acknowledge the fact that even though that the background changes, right? We do change scenes because these times we're going solo. Well, in our minds and in our hearts. In all reality, you have AI with you. But when you're running at very, very locked in 60 frames, it's not just eye candy to have those 60 frames there, okay? They are there in order for you to not die in the chaos. When you have 50 salmonoids flood your screen, the lighting engine tracks distinct ink depth so you can actually identify a safe path way before you could in the dark, okay? Because the ruins are dark, are rainy, and you really need to have that that way of identifying your safe path whenever that you're ready to go. Now, where it stumbles hard is gonna be on close-up angles. Close-up angles, yeah, you're definitely gonna see some circa 2017 kind of graphics because it's a lot for the screen. We're gonna be completely honest here. We're on a safe space. It is kind of a lot for the screen, and you can see it more when you put it on the handheld mode, because even on the handheld mode, when it has so many objects on screen, it's gonna struggle a little bit. And as I said, you're gonna notice it on handheld mode because instead of dropping the frames and being laggy, what it's gonna do is it's gonna prioritize the 60 frame to be smooth. What that does on your gameplay is that just some edges are gonna be like a little bit blurry, some details of the screen you're not gonna see them as well. But is that gonna affect you? Not really. It affects you more when the metal textures in the screens and the menu screens are not really great, and your mind starts to kind of like catch up after you played a little bit. So yeah.
However, acoustically, soundtrack-wise, well, this is top-tier design, disguised as, usually, sensory overload. Now, in here what you have is you're gonna have sub-bass ropes and jazz punk synths keeping up with you. They're gonna keep your brain locked in mode of grinding mode, in go mode. It does really help a lot for long gaming sessions. It does help a lot to have this type of soundtrack, that it's punchy, that it keeps you interested in the game, it keeps you happy, it keeps you tapping your footsie, it keeps your mind active, at the same way that you're trying to look for a path, or that you're trying to look for something that you need to upgrade your gear. You're always got. Now, acoustically though, this is top tier design disguised as sensory overload. The sub-bass drops and jazz punk synths keep your brain locked in through very long gaming sessions, and you're not gonna feel it. You're gonna keep it spunky, you're gonna keep it fun, you're gonna continue to be engaged thanks to the soundtrack. It doesn't get too heavy, it doesn't get to a point where you are like, you know what? Let me get my playlist out because this is not working. This is actually distracting. No, it's not gonna get to that point. However, when you have so much sounds on your ears at the same time, some of them are bound to be lost, and the ones that get to be drowned at some points are gonna be the boss alerts. Okay, you're just being your happy little self, you have a lot of elements on the screen, and somehow you end up dead. Yeah, probably you missed the chime that was playing in the background, and they were like, hey, but you missed the chime. And now you're dead. I know. It's embarrassing. But we live and we learn, right? We live and we learn, and we pay a lot more attention. However, that's not the fault of the soundtrack. The soundtrack is amazing. It does keep you involved with it. As I said, my only gripe with it is that, yeah, sometimes there's a bit too much noise on the scene, and you're bound to miss one of those alerts, one of the enemy alerts that are coming behind your back and you cannot see them because they are off screen at the moment. You're gonna miss a couple of them. Okay, so mind that. Pay extra attention with your eyes because your ears might be deceiving you. So, what is Raiders at its core? Let's get one thing straight. This campaign isn't designed to bring 10 million casuals into the franchise. It is not designed to pass the torch to the new generation. No. They saw the new generation and they say, Pisha! Because it's not for them, okay? It doesn't give one single heck about broad mass market appeal. And honestly, thank God for that, because it would have not been great. It isn't trying to sell you toys, or it's not trying to hold your hand for a 2-hour tutorial. Nah. It is, I feel that it's a direct thank you note to the OG Splatoon players that have been there since day one. The game assumes you already know how to swim, how to execute tech, and how to read combat flow. It respects your intelligence. It understands that you're not starting from zero. It knows that you already know how to play and how to flow with the game and how to actually create an experience out of the game. Okay? It roasts you when you make terrible build choices, and that's amazing, and rewards every single hour of muscle memory that you have been putting on since the beginning. It is single player focused, mechanically rich, and what it told me is that Nintendo actually cares for its fan base at its more like simple core. I know they have been having decisions that I do not agree with, But Splatoon Raiders, I do think that it's a thank you note for the OG players and kind of like a love letter to 10 years of Splatoon and how the people actually grew up, okay? So where does that leave us when the paint dries? If you're brand new to Splatoon, as I say, do not start here. Please do not start here. Go play the main trilogy. Go have fun with the others, and understand why Splatoon is the canonic game that it is now. Get your bearings and figure out how paint works first, you know. But if you already have a few Salmon Runs under your belt, if you have been here since the Wii U days, if you have survived the tide changes, lost friends, found better friends, and built a home in this neon chaos, Splatoon Raiders is a love letter to your time investment. It acknowledges that the franchise grew up because the players grew up. It's hilarious, it's challenging, and it's a brilliant single-player spin-off that justifies every single gigabyte of your storage drive. If you enjoy Splatoon, buy it. Build your gadgets and get raiding. And there you have it. That was Splatoon Raiders. Now you have a better idea of what you're going into. Again, if you have played Splatoon before, by all means, you're gonna enjoy it a lot. If you're a newbie, go back up in time and play at least one of the ones in the trilogy before that. Thank you so much for watching. This is Sprite Quest. I am Kira. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys on the next quest.